to capture the packets and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we can start the session. So in this
Yeah.
session, we will start with the Wireshark, the introduction of Wireshark, and how we
Yeah.
can get comfortable with the interface of Wireshark.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what is the main purpose of Wireshark? The Wireshark is mainly used for capturing the packets. So we have
Yeah.
two purposes of Wireshark. First, capturing the packets, and second, analyzing the same. So we
Mm-hmm.
capture the packets, the network packets, and second, we analyze the packets. So we can capture packets in two ways. First, we can capture the packets which are coming to and from our interface, our system's interface. And
Yeah.
secondly, with the multicast and broadcast packets. And secondly, we can set our Wireshark on the router and we can capture the packets of the entire network. We can also capture with the help of monitor mode. So in this session, we will see how we can capture the packets, which is like coming to and from our interface.
So
So
the
basically,
Wireshark,
Wireshark
we
is
can
a,
install. Sorry, we can install this Wireshark on the router,
yeah, we
or
can
it.
set up that.
Yeah. And one more thing, if I got a Windows, like I got a desk and I got the router and everything, can I install the Wireshark in my desktop, but it's in the network PC? And can I access to all the different network, or it's not chance? I can monitor the router or switch,
See, if you want to monitor the router or the switch, we have to set up that on the router and the
physical
switch.
device. Okay.
Yeah, on the physical device. And
Okay. Got it.
if you want to capture the packets of your network, then you can easily capture. But if you want to capture the packets of someone else's network, then you can
Uh-huh.
capture with the help of monitor mode. And for that,
Okay.
you need a that Wi-Fi adapter. Without Wi-Fi adapter, you cannot capture the packets of someone else's network
Uh-huh.
without the network adapter.
Okay. Got it.
So Wireshark is open source, which is open source means we can simply Wireshark is free to use, and secondly, we can check out the source code of Wireshark, the official source code. So if you want
Yeah.
to contribute in the Wireshark, if you want to add some new features, or if you want to modify something, then you can also modify with the help of that source code. So Wireshark is
Yeah.
an open source, which means we can use it for free, and secondly, we can modify the source code or we can contribute in the Wireshark community.
Yeah.
So Wireshark is made up of C, C++, and Lua languages. So if you want to modify, you have to learn C, C++, or Lua.
Yeah.
So if you want to find the Wireshark actual source code, so it is available at GitLab. GitLab is
Uh-huh.
a platform where we can put our source code, like the application source code, software source code on the GitLab or the GitHub. So where
Okay.
anyone can access the source code. So let me show you the source code of Wireshark.
Yeah. And how long this training will be? Is going to be something. I have no idea how long the training going to be.
It would be around 9 to 10 days if we if we give 1 hour per day, or if
Okay.
we give like 1.5 hour per day, then it would be around 7 days.
Yeah. The only thing, I work on the weekdays, like, maybe today I finish early. Like I'm a field engineer, sometimes I finish late, sometimes I finish early. If I've been running late, I will message you on the WhatsApp. It's going to be all right.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
I mean, I work on the field. Sometimes I finish early and sometimes I finish late. Is it okay if I'm running late? I will message you on the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is okay.
Yeah.
It is okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So this is the official source code of Wireshark. If you want to check it out, you can check it out here. If you want to
Yeah.
make modification here, then you can simply click on code and you can clone the entire repository here and then you can start modifying. Basically, Wireshark is like a very flexible application where like we can modify as per our needs. Okay, that we will see.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can automate Wireshark, we can change the entire interface of Wireshark as per our needs. Secondly, Wireshark is a cross-platform, which means we can use Wireshark on Windows, on Mac, or on Linux. And it is
Mm-hmm.
mainly a tool which is used for capturing the packets and analyzing the network traffic. It is most popular in the terms of multiple domains. Like we can use Wireshark in networking for
Mm-hmm.
troubleshooting the network. We can use Wireshark in forensics for analyzing the network malicious traffic, and in the cybersecurity as well for reconnaissance or information gathering, or we can say scanning for the open ports, etc. Or also for identifying the malicious traffic or malicious files on the network. Then Wireshark code repository is available at this location where you can check it out. Now, Wireshark is a GUI application, which is a GUI software, and
Mm-hmm.
there's one more like version of Wireshark, which is T-Shark. T-Shark is a CLI application, like CLI
Mm-hmm.
software. So
Yep.
if you want to capture the packets on the remote system where you have only the CLI interface, then you can use T-Shark. Then the installation of Wireshark. So we can install on Windows. So for installing
Mm-hmm.
on Windows, we can visit the official website of Wireshark, which is you can search for Wireshark.
Download. I already got in my PC.
Okay.
I already got it. Yeah.
So you can click on this Windows to system for installer. And
Mm-hmm.
for the if you are using Linux, like if you are using Debian based system, then you can simply use apt-get install Wireshark. Or if you're using Red Hat or Fedora, then you can use yum search Wireshark and you can install the Wireshark software version.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interface of Wireshark. So the interface is like quite complex, but it contains like many elements, but we can make it easy by dividing many elements into parts. So these are the parts in the Wireshark. First, we have this menu bar, then the
Mm-hmm.
main toolbar, filter toolbar, where we can apply filters, packet
Mm-hmm.
list, where we have the list of all the packets being captured, then
Mm-hmm.
packet details, where we can see the details of each and every packets, packet bytes, packet bytes of each and every packets, packet diagram, the structure of the packet diagram, packets, and then status bar. So let's open the Wireshark. So I will going to use Wireshark on my Linux, and you can
Yep.
also use in your you can use in your Windows. Like the
Yep.
interface, the functionalities, they are same only. So first you will see you have to select your interface of your like interface of your system where you can capture the packets. So my interface in this case is ETH0. If you have Windows, then
Yeah.
for the Windows you can select your interface. If you have for more interfaces, then you can also capture the packets on multiple interfaces. That we will see. So for the Windows, you can select your interface. For example, in my case, it is Wi-Fi. Okay, this killer. Even you can see some traffic after your interface name. For
Yeah.
example, in this killer Wi-Fi, I have this traffic, which is my Wi-Fi only. And second, we have this VMware virtual Ethernet adapter. This is my
That's
traffic of
VM.
virtual machine. So we
Yeah.
can see the lines after these Wi-Fi adapters name, like interfaces name. So you can select both also, or you can select one also. It depends on your requirements. So you can double click on your interface. So here, so in this virtual machine, in this case, my interface name is ETH0. So I will double click on it. Okay, so you will see this interface of Wireshark. First, we have this packet list. So let me stop the capturing. So here we can see this is packet list where we can see the list of all the packets. In the packet list, you can see we have this number, which is a number like a serial number of each and every packet.
Yep.
And then we have this time of the
Mm-hmm.
capture, which is here we have this year, month, date, and then hour, minute, seconds, and nanoseconds. And then we have the source IP address, and then destination IP address, and the information. So this information is like a brief description of each and every packet. And secondly, we have this packet details. So this is first pane. This this is first pane, which is packet details. Second pane, we have this packet. Sorry, first pane is packet list. Second pane, we have this packet details, where we can see the details of each and every packet. For example, when you click on this one, here we have this packet details. And then you will also see packet bytes. Okay, let me change it. Either you can see packet bytes or you can see packet diagram. Okay. So here, let me change. So at first, you will see packet bytes only. So these are the packet bytes of each and every packet. So we mainly use packet bytes whenever we are analyzing any malware in the traffic. Otherwise, we hardly use packet bytes in the network troubleshooting. Then
Okay. For
we can
malware, we
either see,
use packet bytes. Okay.
sorry,
Yeah. Sorry. Continue. Yes, sir.
no, please, you can ask.
No, sorry. Continue. 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 Sorry.
So either we can see the packet bytes or we can see the packet diagram. So we can click on this edit in the preferences option. Here we can click on this layout and here we have this pane number 3. Now instead of the packet bytes, we can see packet diagram.
Diagram.
Packet diagram will show you the structure of your packets, of each and every packet. If, for example, if I click on any packet, so here we have this packet diagram of this packet, like what this packet contains, like destination, source, and the size of that particular block.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this type here. Okay, then we have this IPv4 layer, and then UDP layer, transport layer, and then this DNS. So in the packet diagram, we can see the structure of the packets, like how many parts this packet have.
Mm-hmm.
Then after this packet details, packet list, and packet bytes, we have this menu bar. In the menu, we have this file, edit, view, go, capture, analyze, statistics, telephony. So in this file, we have the simple options. In the file, we can open any file. So let me show you. In the file, we can open any file, close any file, we can merge. You can also take out some specific packets from the list of all the packets. We can export packets, we can export bytes, etc. Then the edit here, we can copy packets, we can find packets, we can find some packets on the basis of some numbers, etc. We can mark packets, some importance packets, we can mark, we can unmark, etc. So these are some like casual options. In the edit only, we have this preferences option. With the help of preferences, we can make many changes. Then we have view. In the view, we can select what we want to see. For example, if you want to disable main toolbar, then you can click on this. You can disable filter, you can disable wireless toolbar, etc. You can also disable packet list, packet details, or packet diagram. It is like as per your preference. So in the view, you can just tick on whatever you want to see and you can disable what you don't want to see. Then in the view only, we have this time display format, which is very important for us because in this time display format, we can select any type of time and then we can start analyzing the packets on that particular time. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, if you want to troubleshoot your packets, if you want to find packet delays, then we can change the time or we can manage the time as per our requirements. Then with this name resolution, is all about it is like putting the name on an IP address. For example, if I untake this name resolution, then I will see the IP address only. And if I take this, I will see the names on top of IP address. For example, the host name, DNS names of physical address. Then we have this zoom in, zoom out. Okay, we will see these in details also. So we can see zoom in, zoom out, or we can just resize the window. And then we can expand all, collapse all. And then here we have this colorizing rules. Here you can see these colors. We have this blue color, green color, yellow color.
Mm-hmm.
So these
Yeah.
are the colors because of this coloring rules of Wireshark. If you want to check
Yeah.
out the coloring rules, you can click on this coloring rules. So here we have different rules for different coloring rules for different packets. For example, for the ICMP, we have green color. For the error packets, we have red color. For the UDP, we have blue color, etc. So you can also disable colors and you can also change colors. For example, if I disable colors, you can simply click on this option, disable. So this will disable your colors. So why do we have colors in the Wireshark? To make the interface more interactive for the users.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we have colors. And here we can click on enable colors here. We can also change the colors as per our preferences. For example, we can click on coloring rules. And here we can, let's say I want to change the color of UDP. Here you can change the foreground color, which is your test color, and background color. So we can click on background and we can change any color. Okay. So you can also
Yeah.
change colors as per your preferences. And then we can resize layout and so on. Then we have go. Go is like whenever we want to go or move to any other packet. We can scroll down. We can also use next packet or previous packet, first packet, and so on. Here we can also enable auto scroll in live capture. So whenever we are enabling auto scroll in live capture, this will keep on auto scrolling when you like capture the packet, when the Wireshark keep on capturing the packets. Then we can have this capture option. In the capture, we can click on the options.
Mhm.
So in the capture options, we have the option of setting up the interface. And also we can click on the start, stop, or restart. In the capture options, we can automate Wireshark. So in the capture options, we have the option of automating the Wireshark. And also we have this capture filters. Where we will discuss what is capture filters. So capture
Mhm.
filters are we can enable or we can put a filter, and on the basis of that filter, we will capture the packet. For example, in this time, Wireshark is keep on capturing every packet like UDP, TCP, like packets of all sort of protocols. But when
Yeah.
you put a capture filter, like for example UDP, so Wireshark will only capture UDP packets. So it will filter all other packets and only capture UDP packets. So that is capture filters. Then we analyze. In the analyze, we can also see the display filters. Display filters are like whenever we are capturing all sort of packets, but now I want to filter on the basis of any IP address. Like I want to find the packet of any certain IP or any
Mhm.
protocol, then we can put our display filters. Okay. So if here we have this display filters and we can create our own filters. Okay, that we will see later. Like how we can create our own filter, how we can apply filters. More else, we can also use macros or expressions. Macros are like we can also use scripting here. Expressions are like we can also use some like arithmetic operations or some comparison operations like equal sign we can use and or etc.
Yeah.
Then we have the statistics. Statistics are main here for analyzing your traffic. These are the other options are for capturing, and then statistics are mainly for analyzing. If you want to
Mhm.
analyze your traffic, for example, here we have one option which is protocol hierarchy. Protocol hierarchy will tell you how many packets are there of which protocol, like in the hierarchical manner. For example,
Yeah.
we have this Ethernet. Inside Ethernet, we have IPv6 and then IPv4. Inside IPv6, we have ICMP packets, which is ICMP-v6. And it will tell you how many packets are there, what is the percentage of packets out of 100% packet bytes, and number of packets. Okay. So statistics, we have many options. We will see each and every option in detail. So it will mainly use for analyzing your network traffic. We can use graphs here. We can use endpoints here. We can use conversations here. We can also use this for troubleshooting purpose. We can also use graphs for finding the packet delays. Then we have this telephony. Telephony is mainly for capturing the VoIP packets,
Mhm.
like wireless packets, mainly voice packets or streaming packets. Then wireless,
Okay.
here we can also use this feature for capturing the other packets, like WLAN traffic or Bluetooth traffic. Then with this tools here, where we can see some credentials or update or some languages, like some manual and all. Help here, we can check out the manual pages of Wireshark. We can check out the website. We can check out
Mhm.
sample captures. Sample captures are important for us. In the sample captures, we will now here, for example, we want to analyze the packet of any protocol, let's say VoIP protocol. And we don't have
Yeah.
that scenario of like having the VoIP, like VoIP telephones or the adapters. So in that case, we
Mhm.
can download a sample capture, like a pre-recorded file, pre-recorded Wireshark file, and then we can analyze on that basis. So that is why sample captures are useful for us. That we will see. So in the menu bar, we have these options. Is it clear? Any question?
Yeah. Yeah. Just quick one. Just a little bit. You got a Linux, and I got a Microsoft the operating system. When I try to open my Wireshark, 1 second. Yeah. Can I share you my screen? Or is there any chances?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
can I share 1 second? Share screen. It says I'm not allowed to. Can you see?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah. So this is my Wi-Fi. Yeah. 1 second.
You can
Yeah.
you can double click on your Wi-Fi.
That's my Wi-Fi. because I got a couple of more devices. Can I capture, like, I got a smart telly, then I got my son got the PlayStation. Can I capture that data, or I can't capture that data? Or different
You can
Wi-Fi?
capture the packets on multiple interfaces also. It is possible. Okay, that we will see. Like how we can
Yeah.
capture the packets on multiple interfaces.
If I want to go to the main screen, like a main screen like which came to the first screen, or you have to close, or I
Yeah,
will
you have to
close and
close it and then you can
reopen.
go, you can restart it. Yeah.
1 second. Just wanna ask. I can see this one local area connection. What is this local area? 7.6. I don't know what is this.
These are the, you can think of, these are the loopback IPs.
Oh, okay, loop back up.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, loopback IPs. For example, you are running any website on a local system. For example, you are developing any application.
Yeah.
You can think of, you have heard of this IP like 127.0.0.1. It is a local host IP. So whenever you are running any application on your local host, where your system is sending the request and your
Yeah.
system is receiving the like sending the response, like the loopback IP. So
Yeah.
these are for that purpose, like
Okay.
local host IPs.
Okay. No problem. Thank you. So you can carry on if you don't mind. I will close this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to close. Oh, stop sharing. Yeah. All yours. Thank you.
Okay. So this is our menu bar. Then we have our main toolbar. So in the main toolbar, we have this options, like we have this uh, start capturing. Let me show you.
Yeah.
So we have this start capturing button, which is blue button. Then we have stop capturing. We can restart capturing. So when you click on
Mm-hmm.
the restart capturing, Wireshark will ask you whether you want to save your file or not. So the
Mm-hmm.
extension of the Wireshark file is pcap or .pcap.ng. So we have two files, extension pcap and pcap.ng.
Okay.
Pcap.ng is more advanced than pcap. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let me show you. So we have this pcap and pcap.ng.
Mm-hmm.
PKMNG is more advanced than PCAP. So whenever you want to save your file in more detailed manner, then you can use PKMNG. Otherwise, you can
Mm-hmm.
also use PCAP. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
by default, Wireshark save your file in the format of PCAP. Then we have this options. In the options, you can change some interface options. You can automate Wireshark. Then open, we can open any file. We can close any file. Save as, you can save your file with this option.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like common options. Close file, you can close file. You can reload file. You
Yeah.
can find packets of a specific like protocol, or you can put any argument there, and then you can find packets like on the basis of
Mm-hmm.
number, on the basis of packet numbers, and then
Yeah.
go back. You can go back to an packet. You can go forward, or you can use your
Mm-hmm.
down key, like your upper key or your lower key of your keyboard. Then
Yeah.
go to any specific packet. You can click go to the first packet. Like go to your first packet. If you have like millions of packet, then you can go to your first packet and then last
Mm-hmm.
packet. Then auto scroll. So this will like keep on scrolling when your capture is on. Then colorize. So this will enable and disable your coloring rules in Wireshark. Then
Mm-hmm.
zoom in, zoom out, and normal size. So here we have these options. Okay, so here we have this like blue button for start capturing,
Start.
stop capturing,
Start capturing.
restart.
Yeah.
This is for changing some capture interface options, and then other options.
Yeah.
For example, here we can let me. So here we can zoom in, we can zoom out, we can resize the columns and so on. And we
Yeah.
can also use our mouse for scrolling down, or we can also use lower key and upper key for scrolling up and down. And we
Mm-hmm.
can also go to the first packet, and we can also go to the last packet. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the main toolbar. Then we have
Mm-hmm.
filter toolbar where we can apply the filters. So in the Wireshark, we have two types of filters. We have capture filters and we have display filters. So in the capture filters, we mainly apply when before capturing the packets. So we apply before capturing the packets. For example, if I only want to capture the packets of any specific IP, for example, I want to capture the packets of only Amazon, then I will apply the Amazon IP, and then the Wireshark will only capture the Amazon traffic or Amazon website traffic. So it is
Okay.
like you apply the capture filters before capturing the packets, before starting the packets
Okay.
capture. Secondly,
Okay,
display
got it.
filters. In the display filter, the Wireshark capture all sort of packets.
Mm-hmm.
The multicast packets, the broadcast packets, and sort of like every protocol packets, including VoIP or any video streaming packets or UDP,
Mm-hmm.
TCP, any sort of protocol packets like DNS, HTTP, HTTPS, and so on. So
Yeah.
display filters are like whenever we want to analyze packets. So we apply display filters after capturing the packets. For example, my Wireshark captured all sort of packets like let's say UDP, TCP, DNS, HTTP, and so on. And let's say I want to check out only the TCP packets. So I will apply display filter as TCP. Or I want to or I want to see the packets of some other IP address, let's say Zoom IP. So I
Yeah.
will like set the Zoom IP as like uh, as a filter, and then my Wireshark will only display the Zoom traffic. So that is display filters. So capture filters before capturing the packets and display filters after capturing the packets. Capture filters is only for capturing the packets of specific protocol, and display filters are mainly for analyzing, or we can say displaying the packets of specific protocol. It is like after capturing. Okay, that we will see how we can apply capture filters and display filters. Also,
Yeah.
Wireshark follows a particular syntax for the capture filter and display filters. Like we cannot apply anything
Mm-hmm.
as a filter, we have to follow a particular syntax. That we will
Yeah.
see. And on that basis of syntax, we can create our own filters. Filters also follow the equal signs, the comparison operators like greater than, less than, equal sign, not equal sign, and so on. They also use OR operator and AND operator and binaries, etc. Okay, like binary OR and AND or binary AND.
Yeah.
So where we can apply filters, we can apply filters on the filter bar. Okay, for example, in this interface, this is our filter box where we can apply a display filter. Okay, here we can only apply display filter. We can bookmark any filter. If there's a filter you want to use on the regular basis, then you can
Yeah.
even bookmark your filter. Here we can apply a filter here, and we can click enter, or we can click this button to apply the filter. With this button, we can also check out the recent filters. For example, if I click here, so these are my recent filters.
Mm-hmm.
We can also apply filter as a button. For example, you can see here, these are the buttons. Kali IP filter, Kali IP TC filter. These are the buttons of of filters. So let's say if you are using a very long filter, then you can also create as a button. So when you click on this button, the filter will automatically apply it like this. So you can also create any filter as a button, that we will see. Okay, like how we can apply filter, how we can create filter as a button.
Can we install this Wireshark on the firewall device? Like, some organization might have this FORTINET PALO ALTO. Can we install on firewall device, or we can't?
We can install.
Yeah. Or
What
we can
kind of
capture, no, or we can capture the data from the firewall device, or any of them
yeah, we can do. We can capture the data remotely.
remotely. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
like
From
that we see
PC.
how we can capture the data
Yeah.
remotely.
Okay.
Okay, then we have this packet list where we have the list of all the packets. In the packet list, we have some common columns. For example, we have this number column where you will see the number of packets.
Yeah.
Now, in the number columns, you will see these numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, these
Yeah.
numbers are not related to your packets. For example, let's say Wireshark is capturing the packets of TCP. TCP.
Mm-hmm.
For example, a handshake packet, TCP SYN packet, then
Mm-hmm.
TCP SYN packet, and then let's say TCP ACK packet, a handshake packet. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say the Wireshark is like keep on capturing the packets. Now, in between of TCP SYN packet, Wireshark capture other packets like UDP, DNS,
Yeah.
HTTP, and so on. So these numbers are not related to your packets. So Wireshark will mark numbers on the basis of being captured packet. For example, TCP SYN is like number 1 packet, UDP,
Yeah.
let's say number 2nd packet, DNS, let's say DNS number 3 packet, HTTP request number 4 packet, TCP
Mm-hmm.
SYNET number 5 packet, and then let's say we have this HTTP response packet number 6 packet, and then TCP number 7. So
Yeah.
these numbers are not related to your packet sequence. Sequence can be anything, but numbers are just for keeping a track of your packets. That is why we have this number, just a serial number. So these numbers
Yeah.
are not related to your packets or the sequence of your packets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Then we have this time. Time is time of the packet, which we can change as per our requirement. Then source, IP address of your source IP, and then destination IP. Then protocol used, which protocol are we using? And then length of your packet, and then information, which is like a short description of your packet. Then in the packet list, we can add columns, we can remove columns. For example, you can see we have this column, number, time, source, destination, information. As I said, Wireshark is a very flexible application, like a dynamic application. We can change it as our needs. For example, let's say I want to change the column name here, source. So you can right click here and you can click on edit column.
Okay.
And here you can see source here. Let's say I'm just putting source address. So you can also change the name of your column name. Then you can also change the alignment of your packets. For example, here you can see the alignment of the sources in the middle. Okay. You can right click, you can align left also. You can align right also. So you can change the alignment. Secondly, you can remove any column from here. For example, let's say I want to remove the column of source address. So you can right click and you can here you can see the list of all the columns. And here you can see
Yeah.
the source address. So you can simply untick this option. Now you can see we have this
Okay.
time, destination, no source address. So again, if you want to make it visible, you can right click and click on source address. Secondly, you can add as many columns as you want. Now from where we can add columns? So you can click on this packet details here. Here we have this packet details. Let's say we have this simple packet here. In this
Yeah.
packet, we have this is a UDP packets. Okay, now we have this source port, this destination port. Let's say I want to add this source port as a column and this destination port as a column so that I can easily see the source port as well as destination. So what I can do, I can right click here and here we have this option of apply as column. So when I click on apply as column, so this will be added here. So if I scroll side, here you can see we have this source port here. Source port is
Yeah.
in the corner, so we can drag this source port in the middle. So you can simply drag and you can bring it in the middle. Let's say after destination, after source, we can put a source port here.
Yeah.
So you can see we have the source address and source port. Same as with our destination port. Let's say we can right click here and apply as column. And here we can change the width of this source port. Okay, you can even change the width of this source port like this one.
Yeah.
Or you can resize columns. So this is the time, source address, source port, destination, and here we have this destination port. Now the same features we can apply in the Windows also. So the features, the options, these are all same in the Windows.
So we can do the same thing
We have
like you're
this,
doing in the Linux.
yeah,
Yeah.
same thing, same thing. So we have this destination and information in this destination port. You can also scroll, like you can drag and bring it here. Okay, so we have this source address, source port, destination address, and destination. Again, we can add as many columns as we want. For example, you can add anything from the packet details. For example, we have this DNS here. It is a DNS packet. So we can scroll down. You can add the flag here. You can add this transaction ID. You can add this answer. You can add anything. You can add queries, etc. So you can right click on anything and apply as column. So you can add as many as column as you want. It depends on your requirement. Okay. So we have this packet list. We can edit columns. We can edit the names of the columns. We can edit the alignment of the columns. We can also edit columns from the preferences. You can click on edit preferences and from here you can click on columns. So you can edit columns from here as well. We have this number, time since previous captured, etc. So we have these columns. Even you can add here new columns. You can click on plus and you can add columns here. And you can also remove columns from here. So you can either change it from preferences or you can change it directly from here. You can even change the interface. For example, you can click on edit preferences. Here we have this layout. Layout is like the panel Like you can change
Yeah.
any panel. For example, I am putting this panel here, this layout, and click on OK. Now these are in the like vertical manner. Here we have this
Yeah.
packet list and this packet details. If you click on packet diagram, so we have this packet diagram. So we can also change
Okay.
the layout of the
Yeah.
panel here. So you can select any panel from here, pane 1, pane 2, and etc. So we can switch back to one number. Like number 1 is fine. Like all are
Yeah.
in the
You can see.
horizontal manner.
Yeah.
Then also with this fonts and colors, you can also change the font of your Wireshark. You can also change the colors. Like you can do anything. Like you can change the entire interface of the Wireshark as per your needs. And if any option is not available here, you can also change with the help source code. Even for example, if you have installed Wireshark in your system, you will get
Yeah.
a folder of Wireshark in your C drive. So in the C drive, there's like a many, like there are like many files, name of like filter files and capture filters files, display filters file, and some interfaces files, some protocols files. So you can change the Wireshark interface from the direct files also. So as I said, Wireshark is a flexible. You can change it. You can change it as per your needs. Also, you can change the coding of Wireshark. Like you can download the official source code, and you can also change the coding part. You can like if you want to add any other feature, then you can also add it.
It is same like Linux.
Yeah, exactly. Same like Linux.
Yes. Same like
Mainly
Linux.
Debian based Linux.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we have packet details. So in the packet details, we will see the detail of each and every packet, like details as per the layers. But there are some details which are inside square brackets. Okay, inside square brackets. For example, let's say, let me remove this packet diagram from
Yeah.
here. Even you can also double click on any packet to see the packet details. For
Yeah.
example, here, you can see we have some details which are inside square brackets. For example, this one, unverified, inside square
Yeah.
bracket, this checksum,
Checksum.
stream index, timestamps, and some other details.
Query.
If I
Yeah.
expand the timestamps, so you can see these details are inside square brackets. So the details which you are seeing inside square brackets, those details are not the part of the Wireshark. Sorry, not the part of the packets. These details are generated by Wireshark itself, and this is again for the user comfort, like for making the details more interactive and more easy. So
Okay.
whatever the information we have inside square brackets, these are all generated by Wireshark. For example, here we have this detail,
Like MAC
source
address.
port,
Like a MAC address.
destination.
We got MAC
Sorry,
address 080027.
no, these are inside round brackets.
Okay.
These are inside parentheses, like round brackets. The details which are only inside square brackets, like this one,
Checkbox. Okay.
timestamps,
Yeah.
checksum here,
Yeah.
stream index.
I
These
got
are all
it now.
inside square brackets. So these are the information generated by Wireshark, not the part of the packet.
Got
And
it.
here we have the source port, destination port, length. This one, these are all the
Hmm.
part of packets. These are like
Yeah.
coming and going with the packets. Okay, same as we have this in the flex, we have no information inside square brackets. Okay. Also, you can see we have this link here. For example, here you can see the blue color test, which is inside square bracket and blue in color. This means it is a link. It is a link of the other packet. For example, this packet is a request packet and the response is
Mm-hmm.
in this packet number 13. 13 is a serial number. Like here you can see numbers. So 13 is like a
Okay.
serial number of that packet. So if you want to go to the response packet of this packet, you can double click on this link here. Okay, for example, if I double click, I will move to packet number 13. You can see in the background, I'm in packet number 13. So we can see two details in the Wireshark. First, the details inside square brackets, and secondly, the blue color test, which are known as link. So it will provide you the link of the related packets. For example, if you are checking the details of TCP SYN, so inside TCP SYN packet, you have the link of TCP SYN packet. Inside SYN packet, you have the link of TCP ACK packet. Okay. For example, if you are checking the ICNP request, then in the ICNP request packet, you have the response link of ICMP response packet. So whatever the inside square brackets, those are the Wireshark information. Like Wireshark is generating that information.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, response time, TCP analysis, IP geolocation, and checksum validation, and links, which is like a link to any other packet. Okay, if you double click on the link, Wireshark will jump to the corresponding packet.
Yeah.
So that is packet details. Then packet bytes. Packet bytes are in the form of hexadecimal. We can
Mm-hmm.
also export the packet bytes. So it depends on the like scenario. Okay, that we will see like how we can export packet bytes or how we can fetch the information from the packet bytes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have packet diagram, so which will tell you the structure of the packets. Last, we have the status bar. Status bar is important, which will keep the information of the entire flow of your traffic. In the
Mm-hmm.
status bar, you will see how many packets are there. Okay, for example, we have this packet, 23 packets are there. Number of packets, 23. And here,
Mm-hmm.
displayed. Displayed is like out of 23 packets, how many are displayed? Which is 23 only, because when you apply a filter, then this display number will be changed. For example, out
Okay.
of 23 packets, 10 packets are TCP packets. Then we can
Mm-hmm.
put TCP here, and then in the display, we will see 10. So out of
Yeah.
23 packets, we have 10 packets of TCP. Then drop packet, how many packets are dropped? Now, drop packet, it will only show the packets which are dropped by Wireshark, not
Mm-hmm.
by any other troubleshooting problem. Okay, like
Okay.
packets can be dropped by any other reasons also. Maybe there's a delay in the packet, sorry, delay in the network congestion, any reason. But drop
Yeah.
packets, this drop option will only show the packets dropped by Wireshark. Okay, so it is like no use for up, like no use whenever you are troubleshooting the network. Then we
Okay.
have this interface name here at left hand side. So whenever you apply any filter here, your filter will show here in this pane. And then we have this profile option. In the profile option, when you click here, you can create your own profile.
Mm-hmm.
Profile is like an account. Okay, just a profile you can create here, and you can like profile is like you can think, let's say there's a system which is used by many other developers. Like let's say a Wireshark is used by an Android developer, uh,
Mm-hmm.
like a network engineer or a cybersecurity professional, a same system. So in
Yeah.
that case, the Android developer or the application developer manages or change the interface as per its needs. Same as the cybersecurity professional, he or she will like change the interface of their needs. So that is why we have this profile. Whenever you create a profile, you can like change the interface, and that interface will not affect the other profiles. That is why we have this
Yeah.
profile option. Like we can change the colors, we can change the interface, we can apply some buttons here like filter buttons, so that thing will not affect the another profile. That is
It's
why
a
we
more
have this
user
profile
friendly,
option.
basically. Yeah. It's a basically more
Yeah,
user friendly.
exactly. Yeah, more user
Yeah.
friendly. Like we can change the interface as per our needs, and that
Yeah.
will not affect the second profile. Okay.
And as you said, we are using the GUI base, and CLI going to be totally different. And we cover that CLI, or we don't cover that CLI part?
We will cover the CLI.
Oh, fantastic.
And CLI is like a more of, a limited edition of Wireshark. In the Wireshark, basically you can see a difference. In the CLI,
Mm-hmm.
you can capture the packets more effectively than GUI. But in the
Yeah.
GUI, you can analyze the packets more effectively than CLI. So whenever you want to capture the packets, you can use CLI because
Mm-hmm.
there's a less chances of packet drop in the CLI version of Wireshark, which is pretty sharp. But whenever
Yeah.
you want to analyze, you can use GUI. Okay.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
can like make a balance between two. Even you can also, if you want to capture the packets on the firewall, then you can use
Yeah.
CLI version. Okay, because you
Okay.
have only the CLI interface.
Yeah.
So in that case, you can also use T-Shark for capturing the packets on that particular like device or interface.
Yeah. Interesting.
So CLI is like mainly for capturing, and
Mm-hmm.
GUI and sorry that Wireshark is mainly for analyzing the packets. Because in the CLI you cannot fully analyze the packets, but in the Wireshark you can equally and like in more effectively you can analyze the packets.
Yeah.
So for example, let's say if I apply a filter here, let's say TCP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here you can see we don't have any TCP packets. DNS, let's say. Yeah. So here you can
Yeah.
see in this bottom
I
pane,
can see
the
14. I
packets
can see
number is
14, 23,
yeah 14. 14s are
14. Yeah.
displayed. And here we
Yeah.
can see the filter name we have applied, DNS,
Yeah.
which is protocol.
DNS.
So you can also see the filter name. Okay, is it clear this much?
Yes, fantastic. Very much.
Okay. Now let's discuss the roles of a network engineer or the roles of Wireshark in different domains.
Yeah.
So what do you understand by network analysis?
Like analyzing the all the network flow, the packet flow, like how is the network is behaving, or you want to see what's happening with your net in your own network, how data is transferring or how packet is flowing.
Exactly. So network
Yeah.
analysis is like a method where we can analyze the packets, we can take control of the packets, we can monitor the traffic, etc.
Yeah.
So here we have some purpose of network analysis. Like it would be like deep understanding of the structure of network. If
Mm-hmm.
you analyze the network using Wireshark, or we have
Mm-hmm.
another version of Wireshark, like a same application like Wireshark, which is known as OmniPeak. OmniPeak
Omni.
is more user friendly than Wireshark, but OmniPeak is not free. Okay, for example,
Okay.
if I show you the website,
Yeah. Omni peak. Okay.
so OmniPeak is like Y live action. So it is
Mm-hmm.
again a very user-friendly network capture and analysis application, but again it is not free. It is like we can use it for 15 days. But
Yeah.
over like Wireshark, OmniPeak has a benefit. With the help of OmniPeak, you can generate a whole report of an entire network flow. But in the Wireshark, you cannot generate a report. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And again, Wireshark is free and more powerful than OmniPeak. Secondly, we can also troubleshoot networks with the help of Wireshark or OmniPeak or any network analysis application. We can perform security operations like we can detect malicious traffic, we can identify the malwares, we can identify the malicious traffic and some malicious files like exe file or any other PDF file in the
Mm-hmm.
network. We can also use for scanning the network. We can also use for information gathering of any network with the help of Wireshark. Then learning more about network protocols at a microscopic level. For example, you are an application developer and you are developing an application. So you can
Mm-hmm.
also use Wireshark to check which protocol will be fit for your application. So in that case, we can also use Wireshark. Then we can also analyze the VoIP packets, voice over the internet packets.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the troubleshooting task, like what would be the troubleshooting task for the network analyst? So he or she can identify the problem with the help of Wireshark, like finding the packet delays, finding the packet drop of packets, and finding the congestion, etc. Checking for the hardware, perform a DNS check, contact the ISP if problem is from the ISP side, and check on the
Mm-hmm.
virus and malware protection, review the logs or document the issue. Then security task for a network analyst would be monitor the network like 24 into 7. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to perform the security task, then in place of Wireshark, we can also use Snort. We have Snort and we have Wireshark. They are mainly used for like analyzing the or monitoring the network. Even you can automate the Wireshark. For example, you can automate the Wireshark to capture the packets from, let's say, from night in the to
Yeah.
morning, and then you can
Okay.
automatically store Wireshark. So that is we can also perform with the help of Wireshark. Okay, that we will
Mm-hmm.
see like how we can automate.
Yeah.
Then maintain the network security, implementation of firewalls, segmentations, and IDS and IPS. Network vulnerability is scanning on the regular basis. We can also identify the network vulnerabilities with the help of Wireshark. Then serving as an active part of the incident response. Like if there's any incident, if there's any
Mm-hmm.
attack in the network or in
Mm-hmm.
the company, then we can also identify like some part of the attack, like the IP address of the attack or who's behind the attack, who's the victim, etc.
Does it capture the MAC address as well of the device, or it doesn't capture the MAC address?
Yeah, it also capture the MAC address.
Oh.
Okay, let me show you. Here you can see the Ethernet layer. You have this destination MAC address and the source MAC address. So this
Okay. Yeah.
destination MAC address is like my router MAC address, and here
Uh,
source is my Kali MAC address.
okay.
Okay. In the Ethernet layer, it will capture the hardware addresses. Then it will provide support to relevant stakeholders, including auditors or other authorities. Okay, like by creating some reports, etc. Then
Yeah.
updating the technology and techniques responsible for planning of security assessment and other projects. Then the task of like how we can optimize like Wireshark, or how we can like analyze the network efficiently with the help of Wireshark, which is like optimization task for the network analyst. He or she can use proper tools and techniques. With the Wireshark, you can also use T-Shark. With the T-Shark, you can also use NOT. If you're in the security domain, then you can also use multiple other uh, like uh, like softwares, like SOC analyst softwares and so on. For like you can combine them like together to find the adversaries, to find the threats in the network. Then implementation of a sustainable long-term strategy. We can also implement a long-term strategy with the help of Wireshark, but it is like not applicable here. Like
Yeah.
we cannot like implement a long-term strategy or like a risk management plan with the help of Wireshark. It is like not possible.
Yeah.
But again, it the Wireshark can contribute in that like risk assessment or any other framework, or building a strategy like a security strategy or a network strategy for your company. Then support and provide information to the network engineer, management of unplanned emergency events, and then support the network engineer and risk analyst for like for submitting the report timely, okay, on a timely basis. Then last, we have this application analysis task for the network analyst. We can analyze the application. We can check the like protocols of the application, if the protocols or the flow of the data or the application is working as fine or not. Then we can document the issue. We can monitor. We can monitor the data flow. We can check the backend of the application. We can check the network flow of the application, etc. Then we can keeping up the advancement in application with network technologies and solutions, and consulting with internal departments, and training IT support staff. Okay, so these are some casualties or some general overview of different
Yeah.
tasks we can perform with the help of Wireshark as a network analyst.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have some legal issues of listening to network traffic. For example, if it is like in some companies, it is not allowed to capture the traffic without
Yeah.
permission,
Yeah.
because you are capturing the traffic. It depends whether you are capturing the traffic of your own system or of the entire system. In some companies, neither are allowed, but in like multiple companies, you can capture the traffic of your own system, but not the entire system, like entire network. So it depends on the company to company. It vary. Okay, it vary from company to company, the company policies or their like legal structure. On the basis of that, you can first ask the permission, or you can take permission, and then you can start capturing. So it
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah. It's
Depends.
over here.
It varies from country to
Yeah,
country.
yeah, we got really bad over here. It's a GDPRs. We can't capture any data without getting a permission. It's all data is protected. Yeah.
Okay.
GDPRs. We got a lot of issue over here. Data protection.
So why are you learning Wireshark then?
Now I'm talking about the local. You know, when you go to the outside world, not in the organization. Organization, everyone has to capture the data. I'm talking the open source, like you go to cyber cafe or railway station. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the government place.
that is
Yeah.
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it clear this much? Any questions?
Yes. Yes. This is fantastic. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can move to the capture filters and display filters, like how we can apply the filters on the
Hmm.
Wireshark. So first we will
Yeah.
see how we can capture the packets on multiple interfaces. So let me use Wireshark. So the process is same in the Windows also. So here you can see we have multiple interfaces. First, here we can see the files. These are some previous files. Okay.
Hmm.
Secondly, we have this capture here where we have multiple interfaces. So what we can do, we can just untake those interfaces which are not in use, and we can just display the interfaces which are in use. So what we
Hmm.
can do here, we can click on this capture option, this settings option,
Capture. Yeah. Sitting. Yeah.
and we can open this options.
Okay.
Here we have this all the interfaces which are listed. So what we can do, we can interfaces are from the Wireshark side, okay, like some
Mm-hmm.
suggestion, and some are your own system interfaces. Even
Mm-hmm.
some are the history of the interfaces that you have used once. Okay. Now here what we can do, we can remove the interfaces which are not in use. So
Mm-hmm.
here you can see option, this one. You can
Yeah.
untick the interfaces which are not in use. For example, let's say I want to capture the packets on this first interface, this
Yeah.
second interface, and this third interface, three interfaces all
Mm-hmm.
together. And rest of the interfaces are not in use. So I will just remove them. So you can simply untick those
Mm-hmm.
interfaces which are not in use.
Mm-hmm.
Then click on cross. We have to save it.
Yeah, I think we should save.
Start the capturing. So basically, there are two ways. First, we can either remove from here, or I think that is only in the Windows, not in the Linux. So let me
Okay.
show you in the Windows. Okay, so here we can click on this capture and this options. And here we can click on this manage interfaces.
Manage. Yeah.
Now you can just untick the options which are like the interfaces which are not in use. For example, I want to capture on the interface Wi-Fi and let's say some virtual box, this one.
Yeah.
So I will remove all other interfaces. Okay, now you can see we have these three interfaces. Killer, Wi-Fi, and this VMware 8, VMnet 8,
Yeah.
and this VMnet 1. So these are two different virtual machines in my system. So
Yeah.
let's say now how we can capture on the multiple interfaces. You can click on this. Just one click on your killer Wi-Fi, press your
Mm-hmm.
shift key and keep on pressing and select the last interface. So in
Mm-hmm.
this way, you can select all three interfaces. Okay, again, you can either like you can select all three by dragging, or
Yeah.
you can simply click on your killer Wi-Fi and then press shift key, the second interface and your third interface, and
Yeah.
remove the press shift key. And then you can simply click on start capturing. Okay, now you
Okay.
can see. Now let me stop. Otherwise, this Wireshark. Yeah. Here you can see here we are capturing on three interfaces. Now, how do we know that which packets are of which interface? So we can simply click on this frame layer. In the frame
Mm-hmm.
layer, you can see interface ID. Right click here and apply as call. So here we have this interface ID 0, 1, 2. We are capturing on three interfaces, interface number 1, 2, and 3. So
Yeah.
the index number, which is the serial number, starts from 0. 0 for the first interface, 1 for the second interface, and 3 for the, second for the third interface. So the index number or the serial number starts from 0, 0,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here you can see interface ID 0.
Yeah.
What you can do, you can right click here on this interface ID, apply
Mm-hmm.
as filter, this one. So when you click on apply as filter, select it. So this will filter on the basis of interface ID 0 only. Then we have interface ID number 1. So you can just change 1, 0 to 1
Okay.
like this. Enter here. So we don't have any packets from interface number 1. Same as we
Yeah.
can change to 2 here. Same as we don't have any packets from interface number 2. So we have this 0 interface. Okay. So what we can do, we can simply open the packet details. In the frame here, we can right click, apply as column. So this will tell you which packets are of which interface. These are the
Mm-hmm.
packets of my Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you will see all in the sequence. For example, if I restart and show you again. So this is killer Wi-Fi. When I
Yeah.
click on, okay, so just one click. One click. So this is my first interface. So the index number of this interface would be 0.
Yeah.
VMware, this is my second interface. So the index number would be 1. and this is third, which is index number would be second. So if I click on this one and I press shift key, keep on pressing your shift key and click on your last interface, this one.
Mm-hmm.
So in this way, you are selecting all these interfaces plus in the sequence.
Yeah.
Sequence means your this interface would come first and second and third like this.
Yeah.
So as the index number. So killer
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi is like 0 index, 1 index and 2 index like
Two
this,
index.
like frame
Yeah.
ID. And then you can again click on start. Here I'm stopping the
Yeah.
like Wi-Fi packet. Again, we can click on here. You can see the interface ID 0. If you
0.
want to apply this as filter, so you can right click here,
Frame interface ID. Yeah. Add column.
apply as
Up.
filter, and select it. So these are the packets of interface ID 0,
0.
which means first interface, killer Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
If I put 1 here, these are from the first packets from the first interface, and these are from the second, which I don't have any packets.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear how we can capture the packets from multiple interfaces?
Yes, we can. Suppose on the Wi-Fi, if I got 3 or 4, like my phone is connected, like your phone is connected, will it show on the Wireshark on the Wi-Fi, or it won't show? Only it will show your laptop Wi-Fi.
Basically, that will see if your phone is connected in the same network as your like
Laptop.
as your system, and
Yeah.
if you are setting your system with the like on top of Wi-Fi, then you can capture the packets of each and every device within your network. But
Okay.
Wireshark will capture the packets which are coming to and from your interface, which is only it will capture the packets which is coming to your system interface and which is going from your system interface, and also the
Okay.
multicast and broadcast. For example, there's
Okay.
two systems in the network,
Uh-huh.
so you cannot
Yeah.
capture the packets of second system, whether it is a laptop or it is a computer or it is any server or it is any Android phone or any iOS. But if you're making request to that system or server or to Android phone, then you can capture it.
Okay. Because I got 2 kids in my house, so I need to watch up them, what they're watching and everything.
Yeah, if you have two PCs, then if your both PCs are making
And
communication with
I
each other, then you can capture.
and then I said I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids in my home, so I need to see what they're using on their phone. That's why I switched it off.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
I said I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I just
Okay,
wanted to
okay,
make sure yeah, I just want to make what they're watching. Just that's why I was worried.
okay.
Yeah.
That in that case, what you can do, you can also you can put their devices on a monitor. Okay, or you can also set up your Wireshark on the Wi-Fi where you can get the traffic of the all the devices which is in your network. That you can do.
Can I put my Wireshark on my home router, or can I?
Yeah, your home router.
Yeah.
Means you have to put your Wi-Fi on the home router means whatever the requests are coming from the
Uh-huh.
router or whatever the requests are going from the router. Those are go and come from between the Wireshark. Means you have to make your Wireshark sit in the middle of your router and your other devices.
Will that cover in our training, or?
No, that is not the part, but I will share some blog where you can, there are some instructions you can follow. Then you can easily set
Thank
up.
you. That will be helpful. That will be a great help.
So now we have this display filters and capture filters. In the
Mm-hmm.
display filters, we can analyze. It is mainly for the analysis purpose. Mainly
Mm-hmm.
whenever it is after capturing the packets. And capture filters are before capturing the packets, and it is mainly for capturing the packets of specific protocol
Mm-hmm.
or of specific IP or any kind.
Mm-hmm.
No, so Wireshark follow a specific filter, like syntax for the filters. For example,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to apply the filters on the basis of protocols, so you can simply put the protocol name TCP, UDP, ICMP, or ARP. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
now inside TCP we have many other protocols because TCP is like a suite of all other protocols. So, for example, you want to capture the AT means HTTP packet. then you can
Yeah.
use tcp.port equal 80, or you can put 443 for HTTPS or 8080. Here you can mention the port number where you want the packet of. So here let's say 80.
Okay.
So this will equivalent to the port number 80. So Wireshark will display the packets of only HTTP. Then we have this RC port, which is receiving port, which is your
Mm-hmm.
source port, and DST
Uh-huh.
means destination port. Okay, so
Okay.
let's see. In the Wireshark, okay, we have lots of traffic. Okay, so let's open any website.
Yeah.
So the filters for the Windows, for the Linux are there like same only.
Okay.
But filters for the T-Shark and for the Wireshark, they are different. Like the
Both are
syntax
different.
are
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So let's say, let's browse any website. Okay, now this website is running on HTTP.
Yeah.
So here we can stop capturing now. Now here we can apply simple filter TCP. So here we have TCP packets. Out of 681 packets, we have 576 are of TCP only.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say I want to capture the packets, or I want to display the packets of port number 80. Then we can put
Yeah.
TCP dot port equal double equal signs 80. So these are the packets of only of HTTP packets, you can say. Even we can remove the source port from here for now, and this destination port. And we can add a protocol column here. You can click on this protocol. So the source, destination, and this port. Protocol.
Mm.
So here we have this protocol. You can see protocol is TCP.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Now, let's say I want to capture or I want to display the packets of this IP only. So first we will find the IP address of this website. So for finding the IP address of this website, either you can use ping command, or you can use traceroute, or you can use an extension known as Shodan. Shodan is an extension you can simply add on your Chrome or on your
Browser.
Firefox. Okay. For example, you can search for Shodan extension for Firefox or for Chrome. So it is
Mm-hmm.
available for both. For the Chrome, you can simply click on Chrome, Shodan,
Mm-hmm.
and this will, you can click on add to Chrome from here. So
Yeah.
this will add extension. And for example, you want to know the IP address of this website without any command, then you can click on Shodan here. So this will show the IP address of that website. IP,
Oh.
some host name, and some open ports. So for here, we have this website, and here we can click on Shodan. So this is my IP address of this website. We can copy, and here we can apply filter. So for checking the traffic of only this IP address, so we can use here IP dot ADDR equal, and then IP address. We can paste the IP here and click on enter. So this will show the IP address of this website only. Now you can notice it is in the source address, it is showing scali.bv router, which is Kali name,
Yeah.
which is Kali Linux, and this destination, which is test.php1web.com. So it is showing the DNS of this website instead
Yeah.
of the IP address. How it is showing? Because of this name resolution. When you click on this view, this name resolution, okay, and when you, let's say you can click on edit and preferences. In the name resolution option, you can untick these options. Okay, at starting, this is all untick. Let's say we can all untick these options. So in the starting, you will find all these untick. So instead of the name, you will get the IP address. So this is my source IP, my Kali IP 192.168.141, and destination IP is 44228.2493. So
Can you
this is
show me
my
one more time,
destination.
please? Can you show me one more time where to transfer to the IP?
Yeah, I will show it.
Yeah.
See, this is my IP. This is my simple IP. Now, how we
Yeah.
can convert this IP into the host name or in the DNS name or anything? That is why we have this name resolution. You can right click here and we can click on this preferences. So at first, when you open your Wireshark, you will get this IP only without name resolution. You can open edit preferences in the name resolution option. You will tick on this option. You can resolve the MAC address. In place of MAC address, you will get the host name of that device. Transport name you can resolve, like the DNS name. IP name, you can resolve the network IP addresses. Again, you will get the host name. For example, my Linux host name is Kali. Then you can click on use capture DNS packet data for name resolution, like pre-captured name and some system DNS name and some custom list. And you can tick on all these options, click on OK. Now you can see instead of the IP, we are getting the names. Here we have this test PHP DNS name. Even you can also change the names here. For example, this is my Kali name. You can right click, you can click on edit resolve name. Now here you can put here, now I know this is my Kali IP. So I can simply put Kali_Linux. Okay. Now you can see in place of IP, I am getting Kali_Linux. Same as I know this is my test PHP website. So I can right click here. I can edit as per my convenient. Now here I can put let's say target website, or you can name it anything you want and click on OK. Okay, for this I think you have to add this target_website in the DNS names. Okay, for example, you can click on edit preferences and in the name resolution, you have this DNS server. We can click on edit and we can add names here. We can add IP address and their names here, plus port number. Okay, that we will see how we can add our own list of DNS. Like, for example, we have some specific IP address and their DNS. So we can put our own custom DNS list so that the Wireshark will identify the IP address and put as per that list. So for now, we have this test PHP and Kali_Linux as per my name. So we can also resolve these names. We can also remove the names. We can also put names. Also, you can see in the Ethernet layer, you can see destination is here. You can see the name here, Shanghai. And source here is Kali_Linux. So this source is coming from that MAC address, resolve MAC address. So we can also resolve the MAC address. We can also resolve the host names, your IP address names, also the DNS names. Okay, that is like the main purpose of name resolution. And if you want to remove, we can simply click on preferences, name resolution, and you can untick these options. And click on OK. Okay, now you can see with the help of this filter, display filter, we have identified our traffic. Now here you can see we have my Kali machine. Have sent many SYN packets. Here you can see this is my destination address, and this is my Kali machine is sending lots of SYN packets. You can see not one or two, like lots of SYN packets. And the source port my machine is using is 59086, and that machine, that destination is using 80 port number. And here you can only see the traffic of this website. If you scroll down, we can see the traffic of this website only. Okay. And more else, we can also use this TCP port number, and then here we can use any port number. This is for the receiving port, your source port, and DST for the destination port. Then for the UDP also, we can use UDP. We can use UDP, or we can use UDP.port number 53. 53 for the DNS. Okay. And you can use any port number. And then IP, for the IP address, we can use IP address and this IP or whatever IP you want to put. We can also use source IP, IP.source. So this will only filter the address. For example, let's say we have this IP. In place of ADDR, we can use source. So here I wish this Wireshark will display only the receiving packets from this website because it is the source IP now. So these are the receiving packets from the source, this website. Same as we can put this as a destination website, DST. So these are the request packets sent by my Kali to this website. So these are the destination packets. Okay, so we can also filter on the basis of source, destination, port number. Okay. Then we can put these conditions. like AND condition and OR condition. For example, the AND condition, here I am asking, let's say we have this statement here, let's say 2 equal to and 2 equal 4. So here in the end, we are checking for both conditions, this condition and this condition. Now this condition is universally true, we know that, because
Yeah.
2 is 2 equal. But this condition is false here. So the answer would be false. But if we are putting OR here, or we only check for one condition, either this
Mm-hmm.
condition or this condition. So here
Yeah.
this condition is true, but this condition is false. But we will have the two answer because or check for one condition. Same as we are applying this same concept here in the AND or. Here we are checking for UDP port number 53 and TCP port number 53. So this will show me the packets. Now DNS can run on both port number TCP and UDP both. So whenever I'm using AND here, so the Wireshark will display the packets of port number of DNS on port number TCP and on port
And
number
UDP.
UDP.
UDP. Yeah.
Let's say we don't have the packets of UDP of DNS. We only have TCP. Then Wireshark will not show anything because of this AND condition. AND condition checks for both condition. If in the
Mm-hmm.
Wireshark we have these packets like UDP also and TCP also, then only Wireshark will show me. Otherwise, it will not show me. For example, let's copy this. First, we can check if we have any DNS packets or not. Yeah, we have some DNS packets. Okay, now I'm putting this filter. You can see we don't have any result here because we have DNS packets, but Wireshark is still not showing me the DNS packets because of this filter here. This filter is saying, show me the UDP packets on port number 53 and TCP packets on port number 53. But in the Wireshark, my Wireshark only have this UDP packets, not TCP.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is why it is not showing anything because of AND condition. AND condition checks for both. If we have this both packets, then only Wireshark will show me, otherwise not. But if I put OR condition here, see OR condition, so it will do the opposite. It will show me the packets of both conditions. Okay, enter. Now you can see here we have this packets of UDP only. We don't have the TCP. But Wireshark is showing me because of this OR condition. OR condition checks for only one condition. If one condition is true, then Wireshark or the OR condition will work. And AND condition is like it will check only it will check for both condition.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, Wireshark is displaying all the packets of UDP, irrespective of we don't have the TCP packets, like TCP DNS packets, but Wireshark is still showing UDP DNS packets. Okay, but if I put again here AND condition, with this AND condition, we are checking for both condition. If both conditions are true, or we can say if my traffic contains
Mm-hmm.
like packets of both condition, then
Mm-hmm.
show me, otherwise not. Okay, but if I put OR condition here, it will show me the packets of either request or either condition, either UDP or TCP. Is it clear?
Yeah.
The difference in OR and OR and
Yes. And yeah.
so we will see more example in the later session. Then here we have
Yeah.
some
Sure.
more display filters. We can put here. We can also use this condition here. We want the source port of 53 and destination port of 53 of TCP only. Okay, and if you're applying port here, then we are checking for source and destination both. We can also use source port at 53 or any port you can put here, any port number you can put, not 53 just.
Mm-hmm.
And same as you can check out UDP dot destination port. And then here again, you can use this condition. Now here you can see we are using IP address. First, we are filtering on the basis of IP address this much. And then I want to see TCP packet, TCP port number 53 or UDP port number 53. So let's apply this particular filter. And here we can replace this IP with our website IP. If I remove this IP and yeah. So again, we don't have any result because here I'm using AND condition. If I use here OR
Yeah.
condition, or if I reframe this problem, let's say Let's say I want the packet of this IP
Yeah.
M% only packet of, let's say, HTTP. So the Wireshark will only show the HTTP packet of this IP. Okay, if I run this, I can replace with HTTP. So here you can see we have only 5 packets, or all those are of HTTP and of this particular website. Okay, if I put here OR, so what will happen? You can see we have many other packets. So if I put here OR, so this will show me the packets first of this website, like every sort of packet, TCP, UDP, or like any packet of this website, of this IP address, and then HTTP packet of any other website or any other IP address. So this condition is also true, and this condition is also true for the Wireshark. So that is why it will show me the HTTP packets of every other website, okay, but only HTTP packets, and
Mhm.
IP packets of this IP address plus other packets also like TCP, UDP, etc. So this is how it is working. So here you can see this packets of all other IP addresses, which is you can see this IP address also, plus we have this HTTP packets and so on. Okay, so that is like the difference in OR and AND. You can combine your filters as per your requirement with the help of this AND OR operator, or you can also use operators like comparison operators, like these operators. Okay, like greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, not equal, and equal. For example, I want to check or I want to display the packets of every IP apart from this one. So I can put here not equal. So I will get the packets of every IP apart from this IP.
Okay.
Okay, same as for
Not
example,
equal.
let's say here we have this HTTP response code. Okay, like
Mhm.
200 if the web page loaded successfully, 404 if we have some error, 500 if we have some gateway error, and so on. So if I want to see the packets of this particular filter, let's say we can put here HTTP dot response code. If the response code is greater than or equal to 100, then show me. So these are the response code, or these are all first the HTTP packets, and secondly the packets of response code 200. You can see 200, okay, and other response code. For example, you can see here it is the response code 503. Sorry, this is content length. It is also 200, okay. So these are the packets of all the like response code of 200 and greater than 200. If you put here, let's say less than 200, so this will show you the packets of response code of HTTP response code less than 200, which we don't have any packets. Let's say if you put here greater than 200 only, so again no packets. But here we can combine multiple operators with our filters to check for the multiple conditions. Okay, so this is for less than equal to 300, and this is like greater than equal to 300, 200. So it is like in the middle of 200 and 300. Show me all the packets. So you can combine like your these operators with your filter, and you can check for multiple conditions, and you can display on the basis of those conditions. Is it clear? Display filters?
Yes. It will take some time, need some practice. It's not going to happen
Yeah.
straight away. Yeah.
And I will share a cheat sheet for the Wireshark, and which contains all the display filters and capture filters.
Oh,
Capture filters
fantastic.
we will discuss tomorrow also. But in the meantime, I will share
Yeah,
a cheat
sure, no
sheet
problem.
where you will have the like most useful display filters and capture filters, so that whenever you like want to take any filter, you can also refer that cheat sheet. Okay.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Any other questions? Rest, I think we will continue tomorrow.
Sure, we'll continue. Thank you very much. Will I get this recording? Or
Yeah, I will share the recording. And before that, you have to share me your mail address on the group. Then I will share the recording. Okay.
fantastic. I will do it straight away. Thank you.
And I will share the recorded session and some the notes of the Wireshark.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And tomorrow we will continue.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.